So hey everyone, welcome back to Rebecca's Colouring Arts and Crafts. So today I'm basically going to continue here with Emelie Lidhall Oberg's Fairytales colour along piece. I know it's been a while since I did a piece on this, but as I said, I've been trying to work through things, and obviously you will have seen a lot of videos that I've been working on previously before this, and I'll obviously keep working on these parts and rotating things depending on what happens with my hand and wrist. I'm not going to know till I see the orthopedic surgeon in a couple of weeks, so yeah, that's just wait and see. In the meantime, I want to try and get as much of this done as I can, and also then I'm going to start working on a whole heap of recordings, so you should see a whole heap come out all together kind of thing, because, well, yes, I haven't gotten them all recorded yet, but I've got a whole heap of them to do. So I want to continue here today anyway with our next bird. I've decided I'm not going to worry about the eye and the beak just for now, just till I get them done, and then I can focus on the eye and the beak area with both of them at one time. So I'm just going to zoom in here, and I'm probably going to have this on an angle because of the way the camera is. Hang on, I'm just going to have to adjust that quickly. Not saying at you, just that it's not quite the right position to focus on it right this minute where I can easily reach it. So yeah, oh, that hurt. So yeah, we're going to continue with our bird colours on this bird. I've obviously got some sort of a thick like scrap paper in the background so that I can have that sort of stopping transference of the ink on the back of it. I've got two more of our current continuance pieces to record after this, and I've decided on one more book that I just want to add in to the channel, but obviously I will be rotating between these in the same order and doing them in the same order as they currently are, and doing my best to work on finishing bits and pieces. And yeah, so I'm just going to do the best I can anyway, and we will get there. It's just time. So anyway, I'm going to continue here with my Prismacolor Premier Dark Brown PC 946. And so I'm just going to focus on the bird for this video, I think, and then work on other parts next video. I'll see, depending on the time that it takes. The bird may take up a fair bit of time, which means that that'll be just what we're using on this, what we're doing on this video, and yeah, so just see how it plays out. Obviously our light source is coming from this way down again, just to remind us, since it's been so long since I did this part, and I'm really sorry it's been so long. I haven't, as somebody said, I haven't really been having a great year this year with injuries and everything else, so yeah, the reason why I haven't been uploading all these recordings that I've been doing is just because of the fact that I've more been working on, whilst I can, recording the things, because I don't know what's going to happen, or if I'm going to be limited with my recording or ability to do things for a while, or what's going to happen. So I wanted to record a whole heap of stuff in advance and then work on the editing, because I don't know when I'm going to be able to, or what's going to happen as to if I'm going to be able to keep recording and colouring, or what's going to happen. So yeah, and not to mention too, I'm in a lot of pain pretty much very regularly or all the time, so yeah, sometimes it's like I can't feel it properly because of nerve sensation issues, but yeah. And so I just paused momentarily too, just because of the fact I wanted to show you these. I don't know if you can see it, but this is my, just to show you, this is my list of videos to edit. So I've got, I think I posted all the Serene ones. I need to double check on that, I'm not sure. I at least posted the real time. I'm not sure if I've posted the speed colouring yet. But I've got 3 tutorials on Joanna Basford Ivy and the Inky Butterfly. I've got Beauty of Horror 2, I think I posted that. I think I posted that before Serene in the end just because of the fact I wanted to. So that one's probably crossed off. But I've got Millie Marotta Wildlife Wonders, Millie Marotta Wild Savannah Bird Duo, Ivy and the Inky Butterfly, This Page Belongs to You, Part 1, Ivy and the Inky Butterfly, Part 2, I think it's This Page Belongs to, Part 2. I'm not totally sure. I've got to double check on that one. Mythomorphia Medusa, we've got our final part for that coming up. I started on Clara Makova's Fairytales, Part 1. I've started a piece on Tomislav Tomic's Zemjala Nova, Part 1. Millie Marotta Curious Creatures, we've got a part there, next part. Millie Marotta Curious Creatures, is that a new part? Can't remember for sure if it's a new part or a current continuing part, I can't remember. And we've also got Magical Dawn by Hannah Carlson, the next part in that, showing a bit of the background. World of Flowers, we worked on the next part of that, and now we're going on to Emelie Lidhall Oberg and all of that. So obviously each of those will have a real-time piece and a speed colouring piece, so you can choose or watch both or whichever your preference is. So yeah, I want to try and get as much recording done as I can with how bad my wrist is, just in case I can't do things for a while again, so that I know for sure that I've got stuff that I can upload and get set up in that time. And that's why I haven't been uploading all these videos yet. So yeah, please bear with me and understand, and you'll probably be seeing this in advance when I've already been uploading the videos, so that doesn't even make sense what I'm saying. I'm talking about tense now, like what's going on right now, but this will be uploaded after all those other videos I just showed you, so yeah, it's not really, I guess, relatable in that aspect. Yeah, okay. Well, I guess it is what it is. It is. But yeah. I guess it doesn't hurt for you to know though, in case I can't get a whole heap more done once these ones go up anyway. But yeah, we'll see how things go when I see my orthopedic doctor anyway. So I'm just going to leave that eye there too, just because it is the bird's eye, and I kind of, as I said, I'm going to leave the eye and the beak for all at once. And I still haven't actually decided on the colours that I want to go with for those. I'm trying to do my little bits of light shadow, but blending the next colours in here too. But yeah, I'm going to try and start working on more of these later. It's just I haven't always been able to do as many as I want. Like, I probably could have had a lot more done, except for the pain and stuff, and just stopped me from being able to finish them. So yeah, it is what it is anyway. So these little parts here in the birds, I think I'm going to do the circles with the same colours as our top bird. So these little circle parts in the black areas and in the white areas, but kind of, I guess, black. They're not black. Oh, I don't even know what I'm thinking right now. My brain isn't functioning properly. Pretty much I'm just going to leave these circles in the white areas and the black areas for doing it the same way I did the spots on the other bird, so on our other bird. I am, and leaving a little light shadow on each area so that I can blend it in better with the next colour. And I'm also keeping an eye on something. My mum stopped by to prepare a whole heap of food for me, to prepare veggies for me so that I've got something to eat, because I can't even cook or prepare my own food right now with the way my wrist is. So, but I've been told to keep doing a bit of this because it keeps a bit of movement and strength there in my hand and wrist, which is a good thing. So by the hand therapist or physio, but even she's said now that she'll write to the orthopedic doctor and say what we've tried, but I kind of need to see her and see what she says as to what needs to be done, because what they've tried hasn't really done much currently, which is a shame, but yeah, not much we can do about it. There isn't. So just because our light source is coming this way. So hey everyone, I'm back. So unfortunately my camera battery died right as I was showing you how to do the legs, and I didn't realise till I'd finished them. So basically all I did was do the legs with shadows where there were like berries in front, there would be shadows behind on the legs, and also on the side our light source wasn't coming from. I did the shadows there. So yeah, that's about the best I can describe it. As you'll see here, I've just done it down on this side of the leg, not this side over here, because our light is coming from that way across. So I did it on the side where our shadows would be, basically. So now we want to continue with our wings and tail and all of that. This thing drives me crazy sometimes. So we want to continue with those, and we want to leave where our light source would be. So like on here it would be on top, so we're going to, even with the shadow of the cupcake, so I'm going to do the shadow along where the wings go, and I'm going to do the shadow a bit each feather with the spine down the center. I just want to do the shadow along that spine too, and just adjust it to either side, just because I just like the look of it that way, and you're sort of blending in that black line a bit as well, and I just like the way the shadow looks when you do it that way. So pretty much, so yeah, but I'm not going to worry about blending it around to the outside of the bottom of the wingtip. I want to leave that sort of available for our other colours. I do. I'm kind of hoping to get through this whole video, but I haven't always been able to. Sometimes it takes me 2, 3, 4 days to record one video, which is why I don't have as many done as maybe I should, but yeah, do the best we can. And our little light shadow area so that we can blend in our next colour better. We want to be able to blend in those shadows as well as we can, or as nicely as we can, how we would like them to look. And try not to go too far with that light shadow like I just did there. These ones here I'm actually going to wrap around the wing shape, so where the shadows of the wings overlap, I'm going to do the shadows on these ones here. Trying not to go into the other wing, which I think I'll sharpen my pencil right this minute just because it's getting a little, like it's not overly blunt or anything, but I'm learning when you have to sharpen it, you have to sharpen it, particularly if you want the fine details like I want. So I sort of started just sharpening it when I need to. Probably is going to be some pencils soon that I'm going to need to look into getting replacements before they get deadened, like my Faber-Castell Polychromos black pencil and all of those. But yeah, we'll make it work. Because I'm quite surprised at how short some pencils are getting. Like some of the Prismacolors I've already got replacements for, but then others recently I've worn down more, and it's like, but I guess that's what happens when you do art anyway. I guess it is. And it's worth it, but yeah, I'm going to have to try and make sure that I get pencils so I don't run out in the middle of a video soon. Yeah. So I'm just doing this little, I'm going to do this little bit of our bird first, and then we'll come back to these other wings. And obviously these ones are different patterns, so I'm going to come back to them too. I'm going to think about it while I do these ones as to how I'm going to do those. I will, but we're basically just following anywhere the overlaps happen with our shadows for this one, and leaving the little circle spots to do the same as the other circle spots we've done on our other birdie. We are. Okay, so I think I'm just going to think a little more. I'm going to come back to these underneath wings, and I'm going to colour them whilst I just make my final decisions on how I'm going to do these upper wings here, and then I will be doing those obviously after we do our wings down here. And I'm going to sort of follow the same, I guess, thing I did with the top wings for these bottom wings. I am. And obviously just going wherever there's shadows, we want to make sure that we've got a shadow in that spot, or wherever shadows are possible anyway. Checking it's all in frame so you can see it as I get to those parts. So this wing here isn't overlapping so much, so I'm not going to worry too much about the brown down there. I've just done a very light line down there, but I'm not too worried about it because it's not overlapping so much down there. This one here is overlapping a little bit, so I'm going to do the line on that one. But basically just use your gut as to which you think is overlapping, which isn't overlapping, and how you do it. How you go about doing it. So obviously our tail would have a little more shadows, particularly around where the wings go over the top of them. And I'm going to have a shadow going down into this tail area as well. And add a little bit of light source, trying not to do too much, like I just did a little bit there, which I wasn't trying to do too much. But it'll still work because they are a wider space, so it's still going to work anyway. So now I want to come in to our top wings with these little patterns. And I'm thinking I kind of want to keep the pattern there, but at the same time I want to follow the bird's shadows. And with our shadows coming from here, I'm going to instead follow these, and I'm going to actually, I'll bring in our light source after this. I just want to switch the position, and pencils, can you keep out of the way please? Make sure our paper is in there properly. So as you can see, I've just got a whole heap of, mine's scrap paper, but you could even just use normal reflex printing paper or any of those just for behind it. And I just want to bring that in here, and I just want to follow these lines. I'm sorry I have to alter it a lot more at the moment. It's just because I can't flex my wrist the way I normally would because of the injury and the way it's hurt and all of that. So I do the best I can by adjusting it instead at the angle of the book. So now we want to bring in our light source, and I just want to bring it on top of those areas and into these spots. So we're not filling up those whole spots. Obviously some spots have more shadow than the others due to where they sit, but we just want to add in a little bit of our shadow into those areas, the wings, so that we've got the pattern of the bird's wings, but so we've still got our light source reflecting and shining into those. It will mean that it won't look quite as blended, but that's because we want to keep that pattern anyway, so it'll work anyway, and it'll blend in a bit of that black ink from the original image too. So yeah. And yeah, my chair squeaks at times. So I'm just going to finish all these same pattern ones first, and then we'll go and do our next pattern. So I'm not skipping those two, I'm just finishing the current areas first. And I just found a little area I missed there from our other wings. So now what we want to do is I'm going to come in with our final spots. So because of this, I'm going to bring our shadow still where the bird the feathers overlap, but I'm going to bring this in a different way instead. So I'm going to bring this along the bottom rather than the top, and I want to make sure that I still try and keep room for the last three colours as best you can too. I do. But but at the same time keeping that light shadow there for blending, like it's taken up a lot of the space with that colour, but it is what it is. So next I want to come in with my Prismacolor Sienna Brown PC945, and I'm just going to adjust this again. Excuse the squeaking chair. It is kind of annoying, I'll be honest. So now I want to bring in, and I think I'm just going to sharpen it quickly before I do bring it in. I have noticed with Prismacolor pencils they seem to break a lot easier. See, like that, it just broke all of a sudden just from sharpening it. So they do tend to break a lot easier. And maybe they should, even the slightest drop, even when you can't tell that they're broken, it really shatters the whole lead. Whereas if you accidentally drop like polychromos or something, I've noticed that you don't seem to have that issue with the lead breakage. So there does seem to be something different in the way Prismacolor's made and the issues it has, because I've lost a lot of pencil from some of these just because of the lead breakage. But I still enjoy using them, and you'll notice again it's broken again, and I didn't even have it fully sharpened then. So now I have to try and, I'm gonna have to pause for a minute and sort out this pencil, just because I can't get that off, and I don't want that remainder of the lead to, at the bit to stay there, because it'll affect me being able to colour down to where it can go. So I'm just going to pause. I'm going to sort this out with the lead breakage. As you'll see, it didn't really get to the full point yet, and it still broke. I find it's not my sharpness, because I've used this one the whole time. It's just depending on if you accidentally drop the pencil, then that's when the issues seem to occur, from what I've noticed. Because I accidentally dropped this one the other night or whatever. So yeah, I just find I don't need to buy a specific sharpener or anything to deal with the lead breakage with the Prismacolor pencils. It just seems to be certain pencils break easier. It doesn't seem to matter having a specific pencil sharpener or any of that. I've just used a generic $1, $2 sharpener. People say to buy the Prismacolor sharpener or an electric sharpener. I find there's no need for that. But if I do accidentally drop the pencil, then yeah, this is the issue that results from it. So I'm just going to pause this, get this sharpened, and then I will be back and we'll continue. So hey everyone, just thought I'd quickly bring you back. I'm still trying to sharpen this pencil. As you'll see, I don't know if you can tell, but pretty much this lead is also shattered. I must have dropped it sometime. I'm still trying to sharpen it, but as you can see, it just pulled out. So yeah, I think this one's going to have a whole lot of lead wastage shortly too, because it's already gotten a lot shorter. So yeah, anyway, I just thought I would show you that, and I think it is just more to do with when you accidentally drop them and things like that. So that's what I've discovered. I don't think it's to do with the pencil brand, because I've never really had much of an issue with these sharpeners before. So, and I just don't see the point of buying an $18, $20 sharpener when this works just as well. So yeah, for me, I definitely think it's just to do with when I accidentally drop them. That seems to be when the pencil lead goes to crap. So yeah, anyway, I'm going to keep going here and keep trying to get this sharpened, and I will be back. So hey everyone, I'm back. I finally got it sharpened, not exactly to the point I wanted it to, but as you can tell, I've lost a lot of the pencil since then. Yeah, it took me like 4 or 5 or 6 lead breakages before I actually got it there, and that is just because I have accidentally dropped it a couple of times, and as a result it has broken the lead in spots. I'm not sure if it might still break again or not. Who knows? I do wonder if maybe it's part to do with also like when the sharpener blades start getting a bit blunter, if that causes issues with breakage as well. Who knows? But yeah, I see no point of you buying a really expensive sharpener and when those work just fine usually. So yeah, anyway, I'm gonna come in with my Sienna PC945 and we want to start that, bring it over all our other colours. Obviously we've only got one other colour, but yeah, you know what I mean. I probably didn't need to do it around the base of the bird's neck, but with the dark shading, but nah, I wanted to. We want to bring this over all that dark colour and up into our own area, up into its own area too. And we also want like our little light shadows in between where these ones are as well, just to blend in our final colour and make it look nice. And I'm sorry, I may have to pause soon. My whole hand's not feeling good again, which is annoying. I want it more than anything to be able to keep going, but I can't keep going as much as I want, and yeah, I'll see if I can just push through. I will. I'll do my best to push through anyway and keep going. Sorry, this annoys me to no end, but I'm just going to have to pause and come back to it. I'm trying to give my wrist a bit of a rest or a break, or I'm just going to try to give it a little bit of a rest, but it's just not feeling good today. It was really, really sore last night after seeing the hand physio who specialises in wrists and that, and after she moved it around and stuff, so I'm really sorry. I'm just going to have to pause this for a bit here, and I will come back to you as soon as I'm able to and continue this. I really wish I didn't have to do this. So yeah, I will be back as soon as I can to continue. So hey everybody, it's kind of the next day, but I'm finally back. Yeah, wrist still isn't good, but I just had to rest it for a bit, and yeah, I'm just gonna push through and keep working on it today because I got a heap of videos I want to try and do today. So yeah, we'll do our best anyway. So I'm gonna continue here with my sienna brown, and as we were doing the other day, we're blending it over all our previous colours, which is just our, I think is it our dark brown? I can't remember for sure, but I can actually check though. Yeah, dark brown. I just want to keep blending that over all these areas to create our little light sources, a little bit of light shadow from this colour. Trying to make sure that we leave space, which I didn't leave a lot there. I probably really should have left more, but we do the best we can, and we also want to bring it out a bit into this area so it's got a bit of its own colour as well, but making sure that we leave space for our final colour. We do. And yeah, I've got some book reviews and stuff to do yet as well, which I'm going to work on doing. Yeah, I've got a few things to do, but we'll get there. I'm gonna do the best I can. We will do the best we can. And so basically we're just following all the shadows we previously put in and trying to add bits of our own as we go. These ones you're not going to be able to bring it up so much over past our dark brown just because of the small amount of space, and we want to make sure that we fit as much in, but we do want to just, if we can, add a little bit of light shadow area for our blending. So we're just basically following all our previous shadow lines and just extending on those, trying to make sure we leave room for our final colour as well. We want to. I know some of these areas are a bit small, so they look like they're being filled up a lot more, but it'll hopefully blend in when we add our final colour onto those, I guess you could say, wing areas or patterned areas. That's my hope anyway. Yes, you're able to see what I'm doing, hopefully, with all of it. I'm trying to do my best anyway. What you doing, Lils? You okay, Lils? Hang on, just need to stop. Hey everyone, I'm back. Sorry I had to stop at short notice before. It's just yesterday Lils was a bit off colour because she wasn't herself and she didn't come out to greet my mum and all of that, and so I've sort of been a bit worried about her and keeping an eye on her, and sort of she had a bit of a tight tummy, so we've been trying to massage it to try and get her to feel better, and I'm just trying to keep a close eye on her. So at times when I think she might need to go outside or whatever, I take her outside and all of that, because I don't want anything to happen to her, obviously. So I've just been trying to keep an extra close eye on her, or as close eye as I can, and trying to massage her stomach when she eats and all of that, just to try and help her feel better. We're wondering if maybe she's gotten a bit of a blunt bone stuck somewhere or something whilst she was chewing on something, so yeah, but I'll just keep an eye on her and they'll get there. Right now she wants to stay outside in the sun, so I just keep checking on her in between each of my recording parts and things like that. And yeah, we'll keep going here as well meantime. But yeah, if I just have to stop suddenly at the moment, well, it could also be for my wrist, but it's also partly because I don't want anything to happen to Lils, and so I'm trying to keep an eye on her as best I can and keep an ear out. She's still eating and everything though, which is a good sign, but yeah, it'll work out. It will. Yeah. So yeah, we're just continuing here with our bird. I might need to try sharpening the pencil a little bit again, I'm thinking. Let's see if it creates a lot of lead breakage again or not from dropping it in the past. But yeah, if I can find my sharpener, which down here, not there. Broke the lead the opposite way, but it kind of sharpened, so just broke a little bit off this part of the edge as it was sharpening, but it's sharpened, so I'll take that. No, it didn't properly sharpen, it broke it further down again. Kind of annoying. I keep having to cut the pencil bit off because I can't break it off. Just trying the pencil sharpener I've got. This is just a freebie that I basically got with something, with some pencils I bought once, so just try it and see, but no, it's going to break. The whole lead's shattered in this one, so yeah. Nope, that lid's going to pull out again. I think it felt a bit loose. I don't know, we'll see. Play it by ear. Either way, I guess it is what it is. Let's just adjust this again and make sure that the bird's in the frame. There we go. I can't feel it loose. Yeah, it is loose. It is coming out. Bummer. Okay, I'm probably going to have to pause again and try to get this sharpened. I don't know if it'll work or not. I'm hoping I've got another sienna brown if it really comes to it. But I don't know that I do. No, it looks like I don't. So I'm gonna just have to try and get it to a point where I can use it even if it's not sharp or whatever, just so that I can basically finish this bit on camera, and then I'm gonna have to order some more pencils, I think. So it's not really sharp at all, but I just left it at that point because, well, yeah, I want to try and finish this bit on camera, not be able to do it because the pencil lead's getting shorter and shorter with the more breakage. So you can see it's just gone double a year short again. So I'm just gonna use what I've got, do the best I can to finish this on camera, and then once we've done that, I can look into putting in some orders for some replacement pencils that I need to get replacement pencils of. I can. But yeah, I need to order a replacement. Like I'm still working on, what is it? My Karen Diash Luminance Summer Dreams piece as well. At times off camera, I've got other new work in progress pieces that I'm working on for the same series as the Faber-Castell Summer Dreams piece you've seen done. I've still got videos to edit and upload of that as well, just showing it. I am going to, as I said, do a tutorial showing you how to do that one. But I don't know if I'll upload that one to YouTube or if I'll try to set up like a Patreon to show you how to do that one. I'm sort of thinking like the Patreon thing, but I've got to work out how to do that yet, and I want to get more stuff done in advance before I set that up. So it will happen. It's just yeah, I'm kind of trying to get as much in advance as I can, and I've got a whole heap of my own stuff to keep working on too, drawings wise, all of that. But yeah, we'll get there. And this one isn't working quite as well because it's sharpened at very odd angles with the way the lead is, so that's why it looks like it's filling in a lot more spaces than I would typically like it to fill in, just because I'm having to work with what I've got. And I really do want to be able to finish this bird in this recording, and I wouldn't be able to do that if I kept trying to sharpen this pencil and had the lead break and the lead break and the lead break and the lead break, and then it got too short that I just couldn't use it. And I don't happen to have a replacement for this one. Got a replacement for Tuscan Red, for black, for mineral orange, but I don't have a replacement for sienna brown. Oh, and burnt ochre, I think I've got a replacement for that one too. But yeah, we have what we have. Who knows too, they could have had faults when they left the factory too, you don't know, but yeah, either way, I still enjoy using them, so I keep using them. Excuse the squeaking chair. So I'm kind of working with the pencil on its side right now, trying to get my little light blending shadow. I'm just trying to alternate it because the pencil's kind of, because of the, as I said, it not being able to sharpen properly, it was kind of a bit odd. It's flattened out now as I've used it, and obviously evened out a bit, but it's still not the best angle to be using it with this. I've discovered I like using a finer point as much as I can. But yeah, anyway, so now we want to come in with our final colour, which is our Prismacolor Premier Eggshell PC 140, so 140. And we want to just bring that over all our colours, and there's a spot that I missed with my sienna brown, I think it is, in these little eye areas. I just discovered those. I probably should have done them when I did the face, but I forgot them. We don't want it to look odd. Do we? That's better. That's why it looked a bit funny around the eye area. Now we want to come back to our Prismacolor Premier Eggshell. And we want to bring that over all of these colours and just blend them in together. We do. So as you'll notice, we're just blending it over all the colours. I think I said that already, but yeah, I just want it to blend in over everything and create the same sort of colour tones as for our other bird. Like we've got the same colour tones for both birds. I decided I wanted, but they're different sort of patterns and stuff, but doesn't mean you can't have them looking the same, because they could be the same bird. Well, obviously birds don't have all these particular patterns, but yeah, they could be the same species, you never know. So I'm just going to do our little belly area first this time, and then the upper wings. We will be filling in these spots soon too. I just want to do the main bird body first. Just do our legs here as well. And then continue on to our wing and tail feathers. I'm going to bring a little bit more of that light sienna brown just down into this tail area, just to make it look a little more like it's kind of blended, shall we say. Sounds like the mail just arrived. Sounds like it did. So I'm just going to pause for a minute and I will be back, just because we're getting a bit further on with camera time, and so I'll pause and then we'll be back and we'll continue here with the last of our eggshell colour, and then we'll go and do all these little spots. So, and then hopefully we'll work on the eye, the bird and the beak, and we've still got to finish our little like lolly stalk or whatever it is up there too sometime, but we'll get there. Anyway, I'll be back shortly. So hey everyone, I'm back. So we're going to keep going here with our bird and our eggshell Prismacolor Premier pencil. So as before, we were just going over all those colours to finish off our little birdie basically. I really actually quite like these colours together, they're quite pretty. They are. Excuse me! Well, was it unexpected? Pretty. Shift that. So many little things involved with the art, and I love it. I hope you're enjoying all these video parts anyway. Once I get them uploaded, I know it'll sort of be pre-recorded, but still better than nothing. And it doesn't matter if you do get a little bit of this eggshell colour in our little circle spots, just because they will have our eggshell colour in them once we do them anyway, so it's not going to worry too much if you get them in these little circle bits. But yeah, try not to, but still, if you do get a bit in there, it doesn't matter too much, because yeah, we are going to have that in there anyway, so it works. I love how these colours blend together. Even though they're sort of browns and I don't use browns as much, and we'll go for the brighter colours, I kind of feel it fits in with all the bright colours in this image. And I'm actually surprisingly starting to enjoy some of them more, since I've been trying to sort of get out of my really bright colours and go more into, like, out of my comfort zone with earthy tones, or like the reds and desert tones are mostly still shall we say bright colours, I guess, but like trying to go into like more of the olives and the browns, and I've actually surprised myself with the fact that I actually enjoy working with those sorts of colour tones as well. So it's sort of interesting for me to do. Like, I can't say that I won't still mostly do my bright colours, because that's what I love doing and that's what I've always loved working with, but it's nice to do the odd things where you have a bit of colour tones that you wouldn't necessarily usually choose, but you actually really like how it comes out. So that's what I'm finding with using some of these colour tones. I'm actually discovering that I actually like some of these colour tones, and they were pencils that I didn't even consider using first off. So yeah, it's good. So now I'm actually going to come in and I'm going to do our little spots, and I'm going to need to use my sienna brown again. And what I want to do is just, this is going to be kind of awkward because of the way the pencil is and where the light source is coming from, but we can only do our best. We just want to have it at sort of the bottom of this circle. We do with all of them. Trying to make sure that we've left enough space for our final colour as well. And I know there's little white spots in here. I'm not worrying particularly about filling them in just because I'm just going to go over all that black with the sand in a bit, with our eggshell colour in a bit anyway. So yeah, I'm not really too worried about not filling in those little tiny areas because they'll get filled in soon enough with our eggshell colour. And even if it does take up a lot of space, it doesn't matter too much because we're sort of blending in our other colour over the top anyway, so allow it to blend a bit easier. But it is harder because I actually can't sharpen this pencil to a sharp point just because of the fact that the lead keeps breaking so much, and so I want to try and finish this piece, because if I keep trying to sharpen it to the point that I want, it's not going to work because it wasn't working before, so I doubt it'll work now. But yeah, do the best we can anyway. So next I want to come in with my eggshell, and I just want to bring that lastly over all of these little circle spots that we just put our sienna brown in. And then we want to bring it completely over our black area here and make that look a bit more sort of, shall we say, blended in as well and fitting in with the bird. Like, we could have done some other colour tones as well, I guess, over it, but I just decided that I wanted sort of that lightish tone there, because I figured it would show out more with the black anyway. But it allows me to just get it. I don't know, I kind of like it anyway. I know it's not particularly sticking to our shadow areas or details with shadows or any of that, but I like it, so I'm going to do it basically. Do what we like and enjoy. That's what it's all about. And I kind of like how it sort of makes that bit glow a bit. Like, I guess you could do some other colour tones in there as well, but yeah, I like it how it is, so yeah, I'm going to leave it that way. So anyway, that's our little bird there. I haven't actually decided on the eye colour or the beak colour yet, so I'll probably fill that in the next part. We've still got, let me just zoom out. We've still got like this little thing in the cupcake here to do yet. We've got the bird's eyes and beak. I think I'll aim for that next part, and then I think I'll work on the lemonade, and if I get time I'll try and do these little flags. I'm not sure if I'll get to that, but then we've sort of got to work on our table, which I've got to work out how to do sort of a wood looking background for our table, or maybe like a check plaid blanket sort of thing might look nice. But yeah, I've got to work that out, and same for the background, what I'm going to do with the background. Yeah, I'm loving how it's coming together. I really hope you've enjoyed this part. If you have, please leave a like, subscribe, comment. I always love hearing from you, and I will see you later. Bye!